Hi everyone, it's Jen from Scan and Cut Jam Sessions and Scan and Cut Canvas and Scal Help on Facebook. This tutorial is going to be about scanning. Okay, here is a sheet. It has lots of busy little patterns and it even has glitter on it. Okay, but I want to be able to cut this one out and cut out the inside bits. And this white piece has glitter in it. Okay, I want to show you what you should select so that you can get that to cut out. We've had a bunch of questions about this. So let's select scan. You do not want to select the direct cut because that does not give you the option that you will need. You want scan to cut data. And I am using the Scan and Cut 2. Alright, I'm going to frame my image, and I wish they would make these little arrows smaller because sometimes it's so hard to see what you are doing. That looks good enough. Okay, so I'm going to pick this button. I'll try to bring that down a little better for you. This one, because that picks up the inside and outside of every little piece. Okay, but look at that. Can I get you in any closer? No. Okay, see all those little bits in there that aren't supposed to be there? Well, let's try to get rid of them. Ignore object size. Oh, let's start increasing it. Okay, that middle one disappeared. That one disappeared. Okay, I want to start. Oh, nope. Go back down. Okay. And I'm going to save it. I'm going to save it to the machine. Click OK. Alright, so then you can go back out. And then I can cut it out. Alright, but that is how you go about doing one of those files. Okay, and I haven't ejected my paper or anything like that, so that will allow me to go ahead and cut this file. A lot of folks seem to be having a problem doing that, and let me show you what happens if you do the direct cut mode. Let me go into black and white. It doesn't give you the option of doing the outline. Okay, now we'll wait for it. Sometimes this takes forever. Okay, now do you see this is pretty much all you get. And this one, it didn't really recognize anything. Okay, the outline distance, well, that doesn't really do anything for me. Okay, this, it just ignores the object size. This just adds borders, so that doesn't give me what I need. So you have to go into that, the scan to cut data. Alright, whenever you want to cut the inside parts of anything that you are scanning. Alright, if you have any questions, you can find me over at Scan and Cut Canvas and Scal Help on Facebook. Thanks a lot, guys. Okay, so we're over here cutting. I have my pressure at my -1, the speed is at a 3, and my blade depth is at just under 3. And this is really heavy cardstock. I'm trying to see what the weight is on it. Of course it doesn't say it doesn't. No, it doesn't have the weight on it. But it's really heavy stuff. Looks like it's cutting pretty good. The core of this cardstock is white though, so I'm going to take my ink and ink it. Alright, let's see what we get here. Okay, good. We got some nice clean cuts. Alright, I'll shut this off and we'll head back. Okay, so I got it all cut out. I love the way our cutter cuts. I mean, it was perfect. No little hangers, no nothing. Just awesome. Okay, so I got my glue. I found this little guy on in the clearance aisle at Meijer's for like 10 cents. Perfect to store your glue, because I like to store my glue upside down. So I bought it. Okay. So I put a little dab on there and give her a squish. And this stuff holds like super glue, like dang near instantly. Hopefully you can see my hands. Nope, gosh darn it, sorry about that. And that little ding you hear going off is you guys talking to me. It goes off like that all day long. So we'll fold these tabs in, and this is what's going to accept the bottom layer. Okay. So like that. And we'll just run a tiny little bit of glue around there. You can also use a glue runner if you want. I find that my glue runner holds good for about the first 2 days. And then it stops wanting to hold. For some reason. And I have that pink glue gun. There, that pink runner. So I flipped it over. Now I'm just holding it and squishing it down. Okay. Whoops. Don't bend it like I just did. Okay, so there's our first little bottom box. It looks pretty good. And I did go ahead and cut some vellum. And my vellum settings were a speed of 3, pressure -1, and a blade depth of 0.75, so not even to a 1. It's pretty much like my vinyl settings. And that's on the new Scan and Cut 2. Okay. That looks good. Alright, so the top will be the same way. Just go and start folding all of them in. This was a lighter paper. From, what's his name, Tim Coffey, I think. I don't know, I've had that paper forever. Because I'm a collector. I don't like to use my stuff. I like to keep it. Poopy, stay down. And I'm going to put some glue on this guy. Run it carefully along the edges and up the middle on the tree branches. Okay. Now put it right in here. Right on my vellum. And of course you can't see that. Gosh darn it. What I did is I went and I put it on my vellum piece. Okay. So I have my top drying, and then I have my little vellum piece here. Okay, so that's what it's probably going to end up looking like. You can see the tabs in the back, but I'm not real concerned about that. I can go and trim them down if I want, which, you know what, I may go ahead and do that. Just trim them down a little bit so not so much of them's hanging out. Which, now that I know that I'm going to do this, I can go in and modify the file in SCASH and trim off some of these tabs, almost like cutting them in half. For just the ones that are going to have vellum on them. Because I don't need these big old huge tabs. Okay. So now let's get them folded back down there and get a layer of glue on them. And then we'll stick that vellum piece right on top. And then I'll put me a little lighted tea light inside and we'll see how that looks. Go around and just push down the sides. Make sure it's all stuck down on there. There we go. So I will wait for that to dry and then we'll come back and put some moon and all that good stuff on it if I want. But I definitely want the, whatever those are called, the bats on there. So here's my wonderful little coffin tea light box from 3D SVG. I did end up putting the moon in the background, and I'm sure when it gets really dark you'll be able to see it really well. But that's it. It stands up really nice and it looks so cute. And when I replaced the background, it was the one that had the long piece and then the two flat coffin pieces at the top. I just went in, deleted the long piece, and cut the two flat coffin pieces out of the vellum. So that's how I got that. Alright guys, if you have any questions, you can find me over at Scan and Cut Canvas and Scal Help on Facebook. Thanks a lot, guys.